Did you hear that?
You're so weird.
Number 10. Sam J. Jones. Based on the beloved comic strip, 1980's Flash Gordon starred relative newcomer Sam J. Jones in the lead role.
Well, I guess I'll be running along now. You lunatic!
Jones reportedly clashed several times with Dino De Laurentiis, prompting the producer to use a different actor to dub some of Jones's lines in post.
Go, Flash, go! Go, Flash, go!
In fact, Jones was in danger of being recast for the rest of the trilogy, though it didn't end up mattering since Flash Gordon disappointed at the box office. It has since reached cult status, though Jones never did find a bigger role.
How you doing? Good to meet you.
I thank you for saving every one of us.
Oh, you're welcome. He acknowledged it.
He did, however, make a special appearance in Seth MacFarlane's Ted and its sequel. The former Marine has been taking on smaller gigs ever since, and also deviated from acting to professional security for a while.
If you can punch through this wall, you really are Flash Gordon.
You gonna do it?
I'm gonna punch through it. Come on, Sam, do it! Do it! Come on!
Number 9. Judith Hoag. By the time the first live-action Ninja Turtles movie released, kids couldn't get enough of the mutant crime fighters.
I'd like to invite you all in, but, I really don't have anything to offer you guys except for, frozen pizza.
Let's go for it!
The movie was a major hit, but April O'Neil actress Judith Hoag wouldn't reprise her role for the two sequels. According to her, she wasn't asked back because producers thought she complained too much about the level of violence and long shooting schedules. Though Hoag did appear in popular films after that, they were mostly minor parts, until she landed her second most defining role as Gwen Piper in the Disney Channel original movie Halloween Town.
Keep your brother and sister back!
She reprised the role across 3 sequels, the last of which aired in 2006. Other than a lengthy stint on the series Nashville, Hoag has mainly picked up smaller TV roles ever since.
Mae Williams over at Channel 5 has her own office.
You can have an office.
Yeah, well, she has her own corner office.
You can have a corner office.
Well, but she's also one of the highest paid field reporters in New York City.
Now you are.
Number 8. Daniel Tay. Even if you don't know him by name, chances are good you watch Daniel Tay every holiday season.
These guys are bad news. We better get out of here.
Tay played Buddy the Elf's half-brother Michael in the Christmas classic Elf. At 11 years old, it was his acting debut, and he certainly showed potential.
Why don't you ask her out?
Out?
You don't want a date? To eat food?
Food.
Yes, real food, not candy.
You may have also heard his voice in the critically panned animated family film Dougal, though Tay wouldn't appear in much else.
Well, you better not think you're getting some candy just for showing up.
Candy? Who needs candy? Not me. I quit. This morning.
He voluntarily left the world of acting behind when he found his true calling, teaching. He attended Yale, where he earned a BA in economics, and afterwards went to work at Veritas Prep as an SAT instructor. As far as we can tell, he's much happier in his second career choice.
We'll figure it out, okay?
Figure out what? Buddy cares about everybody. All you care about is yourself.
Number 7. Jeff Cohen. The Goonies is a quintessential coming-of-age adventure movie.
I want you to spill your guts. Tell us everything. Everything.
Everything. Okay, I'll talk. In 3rd grade, I cheated on my history exam.
Jeff Cohen made every audience member laugh as Chunk, the group's portly, clumsy member. Unfortunately, he became a victim of typecasting after the movie was released.
That I was actually beginning the long evolution from chunk to the hunk that stands before you today.
According to Cohen, he struggled to earn roles outside of the chubby kid persona, a feat that became rather impossible once he began to grow up and slim down. Thankfully, with help from director Richard Donner, Cohen was able to pivot.
Dick Donner said, in that big, beautiful voice, "Hey, kid, it's okay, kid. Work for me. There's a whole other side of show business. Work for me. I'm going to show you about the business side of show business, kid."
He got his bachelor's in business at Berkeley before earning a law doctorate at UCLA. In 2002, he co-founded his own law firm, and as of 2014, some of his writing can be read in the Huffington Post.
Get them chunksters! Let's get the hell out of here!
Number 6. Jamie Waylett. Appearing in the Harry Potter movies, no matter the size of the role, must have been a dream for any child actor, but Jamie Waylett sadly never got to see it through to the end.
This is Crabbe and Goyle, and I'm Malfoy.
Waylett played Vincent Crabbe, one half of Draco Malfoy's duo of minions. In 2009, he was charged with possession of cannabis and given 120 hours of community service.
We still sound like ourselves. You need to sound more like Crabbe.
Bloody hell.
Excellent.
This would mark the end of his film career, as evidenced by his absence in both parts of Deathly Hallows.
You knew it was me. You didn't say anything.
Come on, Draco. Don't be a brat. Do him.
In 2011, he was arrested for taking part in the London riots and was sentenced to 2 years in prison. In the years since, he's taken up rapping, and fans can get personalized messages from him on Cameo.
I don't believe a word you say, you never let the bird spray. I'm an animal, I'll send them to the pearly gates.
Number 5. Omri Cats. After getting started on primetime TV shows like Dallas, Omri Cats took on the role that would keep him famous among children for years to come.
What about you, Max? What are you supposed to be?
A rap singer.
Oh. Well, your hat should be on sideways, shouldn't it?
Cats played Max Dennison, the teen hero who accidentally resurrects the Sanderson sisters in Disney's Hocus Pocus.
Oh, come on, it's just a bunch of hocus pocus.
He's since spoken about being high during the filming of the movie, to the point where director Kenny Ortega had to pull him aside.
Look, I'll get it tattooed on my forehead, okay?
Officer, this is not a prank.
Really?
Hey!
I put my life on the line to protect this community, and you punks pull this?
Cats would leave the world of acting in the early 2000s, but, interestingly, he kept up his ties with the recreational activity, and now owns an online merchandise store themed around the substance. Number 4. Barrett Oliver.
But it's only a story. It's not real.
The never-ending story continues to capture the imagination of children to this day. However, the majority of its cast dropped off the map for various reasons. For example, Tammy Stronach, who played the childlike Empress, opted to focus on dancing instead.
What will happen if he doesn't appear?
Then our world will disappear. And so will I.
At the core of the film, however, was Barret Oliver's Bastion, a young boy who discovers a magical world through a mysterious book. Though this is certainly his most famous role, Oliver still gained prominence through other films, like Ron Howard's Cocoon. His final film role was in 1989, and he quit acting after that in order to pursue photography. In 2007, he published a book focusing on the process he uses in his craft, the Woodbury type. Today, he enjoys a much more private life. Number 3. Mara Wilson. If you were a kid growing up in the early 90s, chances are you enjoyed at least one Mara Wilson movie.
This is Natalie.
Oh, hello, Natalie.
Are you wearing bug spray?
Maybe it was her debut in Mrs. Doubtfire, or her starring role in the adaptation of Roald Dahl's Matilda. Regardless, Wilson seemed poised to become a major star, yet she left Hollywood at age 12.
Your tummy looks different from my daddy's.
Her mother's passing in 1996 certainly impacted her passion, though she would later write about how the world's reaction to her going through puberty also made her step away.
I really owe them forever for all the good things they did for me while my mother was sick.
Wilson would make her return to the public eye in 2012, primarily through web series such as Welcome to Night Vale. You can also catch her in Disney's Big Hero 6 The Series.
Okay, we're connected and our body language is empathy positive. Talk to me.
Number 2. Peter Ostrom.
Hi, everybody.
Wake up! Wake up! Charlie's home!
Peter Ostrom got to live out every kid's fantasy as the main character Charlie Bucket in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Hey, you've got it! You've got the last golden ticket!
He was only 12 at the time, yet the role earned him the offer of a 3-film contract. Ostrom turned it down over concerns he wouldn't get to pick his own roles, and this wound up being the right decision.
I think it's the most wonderful place in the whole world.
I'm very pleased to hear you say that, because I'm giving it to you.
After filming Wrapped, he found his true passion, largely owing to the veterinarian who would take care of his family's horses. In 1984, he earned his doctorate in veterinary medicine at Cornell University. He currently lives in New York, where he primarily works with horses and cows, though he still makes the occasional appearance for events. Number 1. Rick Moranis. Although not all of Rick Moranis' movies were for kids, some of his best were.
What's on your head?
I was looking for the kids.
Where, in a coal mine?
They're in the backyard.
Whether it was through wacky science hijinks in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, or sheer awkwardness in Ghostbusters, Moranis' warmth and comedy lit up the screen.
I'll take a rain check on that. I always have plenty of low-sodium mineral water and other nutritious foods in the house, but you already know that.
Yeah, I know that.
Sadly, it was tragedy that caused him to drop off the map. Moranis' wife, Ann Belsky, passed away in 1991. He found it too difficult to raise 2 kids as a single parent while being in the spotlight. So, by 1997, he'd stepped away from the industry.
Maybe if you started treating her like a girl, she'd start acting like one.
Don't tell me how to raise my daughter.
Well, don't tell me how to pick my squad.
He would, however, pick up a voice role every now and then. He's since returned for a commercial with Ryan Reynolds' Mint Mobile, and will reprise his role as scientist Wayne Selinsky in the upcoming Shrunk.
To introduce it, we brought in an actor we've all gone too long without. Rick Moranis.
So what do you want me to do? You want me to say something about mint?
No, that would have been smart.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.